Okay, so I'm going to show you how you can pay your balance due on either your tax return, or even if you have a notice or letter from the IRS and need to make a payment, or if you just need to make an estimated tax payment. So first off, I want you to be sure that you always go to the true IRS website, because there are some scam sites out there. So be sure, as you can see up here in the address bar, that you want to go to irs.gov. And sorry, I just switched that over. irs.gov. That is the website you want to go to. And then when you're here at the main screen, you're going to highlight your mouse over the top of the word pay here in the blue bar, and then go down to bank account direct pay. You can choose debit card or credit card if you'd like, but they do charge you a 2.5% processing fee for that. So the least expensive way to do it, where you're not going to be charged any processing fees, is to come up here and select bank account direct pay. When you do that, it's going to bring you to this screen. So then you would select this button right here, make a payment. And then the next screen is going to give us some choices. So what you always want to do is choose the reason for payment is going to be tax return or notice when you are paying your actual tax balance due on a tax return. If you are going to be making a 1040 estimated tax payment, then you would come down here and choose estimated tax payment. But for this example that I'm showing you, we're going to choose tax return or notice. And then it asks you apply the payment to. You're going to always choose 1040, 1040A, 1040EZ. And then it's going to ask you for the tax period of your payment. So if you are making a payment for the reason of tax return and notice, it's only going to give you from 2020 back to be able to make those payments. If I had selected up here, reason for payment was estimated tax payment, it would let me choose 2021 to make that payment. So for this purposes, we are paying our balance due on our tax return, and we are going to apply it to the 1040 series, and the tax period for payment is 2020. Then you click continue, and it's going to just verify, do you really want to make this payment for 2020 1040 form? Yes. Hit continue. Now on this screen, it's really important that if you're a single taxpayer or a head of household taxpayer, you put your information here. And generally people will choose like their last year that they filed, and then you'll want to fill out your information on that last year's tax return. So if you moved and your 2020 tax return has a different address than your 2019 return, that is the address you're going to want to put in here, down here below where it asks you for address. But I want to give you a really big warning here. If you are a married filing joint tax return, you need to put the social security number and name of the primary person's social security number. So if you are a husband and wife and the husband is primary, then use his name here and his social security number here. If you are the spouse and you are the primary, then you're going to want to put your first name and your social security number down here. But always put the primary when you are a married filing joint tax return. Okay. And then once you fill out all of this information, you are then going to hit continue. And this is as far as I'm going to go on this tutorial, because I would have to enter all of this information and I don't want to do that. So when you hit continue, it's going to ask you how much you want to pay, and then you put in your bank routing number and your bank account number. Okay. You have to actually confirm it. Once you get all done, it's going to say, okay, here is everything. Here's the social security number, the name, and you're applying this to your 2020 tax return, balance due 1040 series. And we're taking it out of this bank account with this routing number and this account number. So once you verify all of that information, which will be on this next screen after you hit continue, then you're going to hit submit, and they're going to give you a receipt, and it's going to also ask you for your email address and tell you that you can have a receipt emailed to you. Do that, as well as print the receipt screen when you get all done after this continue button and you've entered all your bank information, and it says, gives you a confirmation number for payment. That is your proof of payment. So be sure and save a copy of that. Okay, well, I hope this tutorial helped you. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me, and I will help you any way that I can.